Hey, what's going on? James from J Kramer Fitness Protein Review Guide. Today we are doing a very first for J Kramer Fitness protein review, Optimum Nutrition's plant-based protein. As always, I have my timestamps listed down below. I always talk about, is it amino spiked? What is the amino acid profile? That's if the protein company wants to share that information with me. How does it shake? How does it taste? All that fun stuff. And of course, if you do like this content, please help this small channel grow. Leave a like. And of course, I always do weekly protein powder reviews, so subscribe. With that shared, let's go ahead and get into this unbiased protein review of Optimum Nutrition's plant-based protein. The review details. Start with the basics, all right, folks? Optimum Nutrition's gold standard plant-based protein offers 24 grams of protein per scoop. The plant protein blend includes pea, farva, and brown rice proteins. Optimum Nutrition shares that it is a complete protein powder. We'll get into that when we get there. Having a complete protein profile sounds impressive, but does it live up to the hype? Let's go ahead and discuss if Optimum Nutrition's plant-based protein is third-party tested. Now, transparency is very important for myself and anyone who wants to be an informed protein buyer. So, is Optimum Nutrition's vegan protein powder third-party tested? The answer simply is yes, but there is some limitations. Optimum Nutrition does hold a informed choice certification, which ensures that this plant-based protein powder is free of any kind of banned or illegal sports performing substances. However, it is important to note we don't have full transparency on a couple things: the amino acid profile, where is this protein powder sourced. When requesting a toxicology report from Optimum Nutrition shared that this report is not available, is not shareable. They did not want to share where this plant-based protein powder is sourced. However, on the bag, it does share that this plant-based protein is internationally, what does it say on here? Manufactured in the United States. This product contains ingredients of international and domestic origin. So I'm very certain that the three protein sources used in Optimum Nutrition is internationally sourced. I wouldn't be surprised if it was sourced from India. Age-old question I always address: is Optimum Nutrition's plant-based protein amino spiked? As you know, amino spiking is a practice that protein powder companies will go ahead artificially inflate the amount of protein you are receiving per serving. However, it is very unlikely that Optimum Nutrition is doing any sort of amino spiking. The first reason is because it's one of the number one manufacturers in the industry. Two, as you know, plant-based protein powders are not necessarily known for their high amino acid profile. What is the amino acid profile for Optimum Nutrition's plant-based protein? Unfortunately, after requesting the amino acid profile, Optimum Nutrition does not want to share that the amino acids per or BCAAs per serving. However, they were quick to emphasize that their protein powder does offer a complete amino acid profile. Let's go ahead and take a deep dive in Amazon reviews. As of recording of this video, Optimum Nutrition's plant-based protein holds a 4 out of 5-star rating. Positive reviews highlight the product's clean ingredients and smooth mixability. On the downside, some of the users mentioned some digestive issues and find the taste chalky, especially the chocolate flavor. So if taste is a big deal for you, you may want to try mixing it with some kind of nut milk, almond milk, or if you're someone who is able to go ahead and drink normal cow's milk, go that route. In regards to some of the digestive issues that may occur, as a certified nutritionist, it may be because that this protein powder offers, 2 grams of fiber per serving. And then, of course, you may be experiencing some digestive issues, mainly bloating and being gassy. However, the amount of sodium nutrition plant-based protein powder is ridiculous. Total sodium per serving, 540 milligrams. So you are going to be experiencing some level of bloating or some kind of gut bomb with this protein powder. So let's go ahead and answer this question. Does Optimum Nutrition's plant-based protein powder help build muscle? The research suggests you typically need more protein when on a plant-based protein diet. In this case, 1 scoop provides 24 grams of protein with a balanced amino acid profile. How much leucine is in Optimum Nutrition's plant-based protein? We don't know. And that digs me into my next point. How many scoops of Optimum Nutrition plant-based protein do you need to stimulate muscle growth? Research suggests that for plant-based protein, you need anywhere between 30 to 40 grams plant-based protein to stimulate muscle growth. Because we don't even know how much plant-based, we don't even know the BCAA profile or even the amino acid profile. One scoop is not going to be enough to stimulate muscle growth. I would estimate that you need anywhere between 1.5 to 2 scoops to stimulate muscle growth. If you are someone who is able to drink regular cow's milk, use a high protein skim milk, 1 scoop would be more than serviceable. Let's go ahead and build ourselves an Optimum Nutrition plant-based protein shake. The instructions are as follows. 1 scoop of plant-based protein powder, which is 40 grams, mixed in with 10 to 12 fluid ounces of water or almond milk. Shake for 30 seconds. When I did my written review, I did follow the instructions, and it came out a silky smooth, but more like a velvety texture when you do mix it with their recommendation. This off to the side. I have my Pure Choice Farms Daily Driver Shaker Cup, budget serving size of plant-based protein. I snagged this from the Big W. You can be at anywhere between 6 to 9 servings. 6 servings if you use the double scoop, 9 servings if you do 1.5. I haven't mixed 2 scoops, but I got 18 fluid ounces in my Pure Choice Farm Shaker Cup. So here we go, 1 scoop in. I think it's probably in my best interest to go ahead and shake it up first and pour shake, but let's be honest. Let's have a little fun today. Let's just go ahead and dump 2 scoops right in and see what happens. Scoop number 2 going in. Container in. Zip seal it. All right. Pure Choice Farm Shaker Cup. Sell. Lock her up. It says shake for 30 seconds. Well, let's go ahead and give it a try. All right. So I gave this baby a shake for 30 seconds, and as you can see, 18 fluid ounces is more than enough. It comes out clean. I have never had an issue with an Optimum Nutrition shake. This is the first time reviewing a plant-based protein powder. Here we go. It comes with what's very readily available there. It comes out pretty clean, smooth. As you can see, we do have issues using a double scoop there. Chunkier at the top, and of course, if we open up the pour spout, as you can, hopefully you can see just just a little bit off to the rim there. You can see that there is some. All right, here we go. Post-workout shake, a taste test, Optimum Nutrition's chocolate. Cheers. If you can get past the part where you are drinking powdered up vegetables in chocolate form, I think this is actually really good for a plant-based protein powder. It isn't chalky, however, I wouldn't say it is sort of chalky in that it is chocolatey as well. It hits all the right notes. What would you be expecting from a chocolate protein powder? However, there is some body, some thickness to it just because of the fact that you're getting a really thicker plant-based protein powder. I would almost classify this as a better meal replacement than a post-workout shake. Very velvety, chocolatey. It doesn't taste like Hershey's, but it is very chocolatey. I would go ahead and buy this again if I wanted to. If I wanted to, I would buy it again. All right, we're getting close here to another protein review in, and of course, I always like to go ahead and give a recap, starting with the negatives. What does Optimum Nutrition's plant-based protein get wrong with their product? One of the downsides is that there is no information being shared about the amino acid profile. Sure, Optimum Nutrition, I believe you do offer a complete plant-based amino acid profile. Fantastic. However, most of the people who are living the vegan lifestyle, plant-based lifestyle, they want to know how much leucine is being offered per serving in, your product. Without being known, we're left speculating. Depending on who you want to believe on reviews, a lot of people believe that the flavoring is a little mixed. I really do have experience using plant-based protein powders. However, on the flip side, if you're someone who is just getting into protein powders and you want a fairly cheap, minimally processed protein powder, Optimum Nutrition's plant-based protein powder may be for you. However, if you don't have that experience drinking plant-based proteins, you may find this one a little off-putting. Going over the reviews, I believe most people like the chocolate over vanilla, and then that brings me to my other point here. There isn't a whole lot of flavor options being shared by Optimum Nutrition. Lastly, if you want to aim to build muscle growth, you need more than just the recommended 1 scoop. ON's lack of full transparency of the BCAA content leaves you desiring more for an industry leader. And of course, I did mention this as well. Side note, man, if your one scoop offers around 500 milligrams of sodium, if you're doubling up for optimal muscle growth, you are going to be drinking 1,000 milligrams of sodium. So if you want to go ahead and remove any kind of potential bloating you may be drinking, doubling up your servings, drink a ton of water. Okay, so what are the benefits found in Optinutrition's plant-based protein powder? Despite these drawbacks, there are significant benefits choosing ON's plant-based protein powder. It is an excellent choice if you're looking to avoid any type of gluten or dairy, or if you're just trying to go ahead and consume a cleaner protein source. Knowing these benefits can help empower you make more informed dietary choices. Furthermore, plant proteins are generally easier on the gut. Of course, it's lactose free because it's plant-based, and then of course the big one here is that On plant-based protein powder is free of artificial colors, flavors, and sweeteners. On consistently promotes that this product offers a complete amino acid profile. However, due to the lack of the transparency being shared, I'm not doubting that this is a complete amino acid profile. I want to know how much BCAAs am I receiving per serving. So I would like to have just a little bit more clarity on how much do I need to consume to stimulate muscle growth. And of course, lastly, I want to say I think this is more Optinutrition's plant-based protein powder is a fantastic choice for or as a meal replacement. It is better suited for that, on my professional opinion. All right, here we go. Knocking at the door. Review roundup of Optinutrition's protein. Optinutrition's gold standard plant protein is a good option for anyone who is looking for an affordable, dairy-free protein powder. While it's not perfect, with some transparency and taste issues, it does the job for those on a plant-based diet or anyone looking to add more variety to their protein intake. At $20 a pop, you're getting really good value. As I've repeatedly shared, this protein powder is probably better off utilized as a meal replacement rather than a post-workout protein. And then, of course, I have to mention again that if you're using this as a post-workout protein, 1.5 to 2 scoops post-workout. If you're able to go ahead and drink cow's milk, go with 8 fluid ounces or maybe up to 12 with 1.5 scoops. So, all right, finished. What are your thoughts? You use a plant-based protein powder? Have you used Optinutrition plant-based protein powder? Leave a comment below. I want to know. And as always, I'm always taking special requests. I'm slowly hammering them out. But leave a comment if you want a specific protein powder that I haven't done yet. And as always, I want to say thank you. Make it a great day.